Hi guys, today is Wednesday, May 20th, and we are getting into our Civ X project. All right, so let's talk about where you should be at. You should already have signed up for Civ X with a partner. You should already be on the template here, signed up. See, a lot of people are. If you haven't, you're a week behind and you need to get on. If you haven't signed up yet, sign up by yourself because you're in your own group now. After you've signed up, you should have watched the video I made on how to do the template. Now, some of the things I'm starting to see with people doing the template is they're not being very detailed. Explain to me, such as if you are having a command economy or if you are having a free market economy or a traditional economy, please go through and explain to me how those economies are involved in your civilization. For instance, if I have a traditional economy, just don't say we get together and we trade stuff. What do you trade? Explain the trade to me. Go through what is it? What is the process? How do you learn how to trade? How are these products made? Give me details because I'll send it back to you and say fix it. Same thing down here. We're talking about the government. If you go and say, oh, our government is a representative democracy, cool. Explain to me how you elect leaders, make decisions for you, and then talk about those laws and rules and talk about the explanation. Don't just say we elect a person to do stuff for us. Some people are being very, very, very generic and not writing a lot. And I will push it back to you. Remember, this is a grade and it comes with a template. The template comes with a rubric, and you need to at least get a 4 in order to move on and advance. I'm giving a lot of ones and twos out. You need a 4 to advance on your rubric, or excuse me, on your template. You know, a 4 in your rubric to advance in your template. So please put the time in. You have a week, well, until this Wednesday, of course, which is today. I need to see this template, and you need to make the changes in it in order to move forward to the next part. And you're going to have the next 2 weeks to work on your project. So you have plenty of time. Get this template to me so I can get it back to you and make suggestions. All right. So today, you guys are going to get the Civ X packet, which is right here. You click on this, and this pops open. This right here is the project packet. Here, we get into what Civ X is. This has to do with the work and the template work that you have because this is your rubric. Moving on, down here, this is very important. If you're making a Wii video, here is what your Wii video must have. In order to get an A, you have to have at least 5 minutes of Wii video time. More is better. You can go over 5 minutes because you now have the opportunity to make 6, 7, 8, 9 minute videos. You have to have at least 25 pictures involved. Okay. You have to have your handmade map, money, flag, and religious symbols we talked about each person's responsible for. Those have to be uploaded in the folder and on the movie. It has to be streamlined to fit into your video. Okay, so that means you have to walk through your template and explain everything. Your Wii video has to make sense to everybody watching. When I watch this, it needs to answer my questions. And those questions are the questions that drive your template, right? Everywhere from economy to geography, religion, uh, everything. All requirements must be met. And voice narration, this is so huge. The voice narration needs to be louder than the background music. And you can do that by going into the timeline part of the Wii video and playing around with that by turning the music way down and turning the voice up. So make sure your voice is heard all the way through, everybody doing it. You can see subsequently what it looks like. This is what a B looks like. This is a C, and this is a D. So this is what we're looking at. Let's move down here. Oh, by the way, here is my Wii video example, which you've already seen if you've looked at the September, or excuse me, if you looked at the May 15th offering on Edpuzzle. All right, same thing. When you are doing your presentation with me, the Google Slideshow is a live presentation. It is a Wii video, basically, only you are explaining it to me and it's not going through itself. You have to have at least 25 images. Once again, your map, your money, your flag, your religious symbol need to be there. You need to explain your template and walk through it with me because I'm going to ask tons of questions. Your slideshow has to make sense. It can't be out of order. and the requirements need to be met. Your live presentation must be rehearsed. If we're on there and I interrupt you and say, I have a question, what does this have to do with a traditional economy? You haven't mentioned the traditional economy. You're just talking randomly about what you're doing, and you don't have an answer for me, you will be graded down. So maybe you might want to present for a family member or somebody else. Maybe you guys can do a Google Meet and say, Mom, watch this. Does this make sense? If mom says no, go back and fix it. Because remember, you have to answer the questions of the template. All right, let's continue on. Moving down. As you get a hold of this template and go through it, you can see down here, these are the questions you're obviously answering. These are the template questions that you've answered in full detail. Here are your deadlines. All right, research template, it's due today. Google Images, that means the stuff that you are picking and your handmade art. If I'm a geography person, my map and all the pictures I want for geography need to be picked out by next Wednesday. Video and slideshow, okay, is kind of the rough cut. I need to see, you can have it done by then. Matter of fact, as of June 30th, if you want to sign up for a presentation, you can do that if you're doing a Google slideshow. But the whole thing is due by Friday, June 5th. You're going to have 2.5 weeks to work on this starting from today. So it needs to be done very, very well. And I will have opportunities to do Google Meets, and I will talk with you guys about anything you need. But this is the final grade, and this needs to be done very, very well. This should not be a 3 or 4 minute thing. This should be 6, 7, 8 minutes. It should be very well explained and everybody on board and everybody doing a great job. Okay, so let's get back here. So I went through and I showed you the rubric, which you all have access to. I would recommend downloading it and having it available to look at, especially for the rubrics and the dates. You've all seen my Civ X Wii video Seahawktopia. If you haven't, watch it. Good ideas in it. Here, when you click on this, this is for the people who want to make a Wii video. This will show you how to collaborate and walk you through it. So watch this video on how to do it. And those of you that are doing the Google slideshow, watch this. This is step by step on how to do the slideshow. I will be forwarding dates later on mandatory Google Meets, but this is where we're at. I should have your template by now. If not, you need to get it to me very, very soon so I can start looking at it, making comments, and you can start making fixes before you finally make your project. Take care. Let me know if you need anything. Always a pleasure talking with you. Hope you guys are staying safe. Miss you guys. I really do.